Well, welcome back to another episode of Bowls Exposed. Tonight, joined again with the lovely Jess Alvaro. Jess.
Hi TJ, nice to be here again.
And Nicole Kerry. Nicole, how are you going tonight?
Great, thank you. Great to be back.
Lovely. Hey, we're here in the foothills of Adelaide, just outside of the city in the beautiful town of Clarendon.
Just a little bit closer than Port Elliot last week.
It is a little bit closer, actually. I think we waved hello to Clarendon on the way through the last episode.
We did, and now we're up here with the kangaroos and the koalas. So tonight's episode we're going to be talking to the Clarendon Bowling Club and see what makes them tick here.
I'll also be talking about the Kevin Spencer Trophy Day, and we'll actually be talking with Don Crosby.
Oh, beautiful. Yes.
Ex-President of Bowls SA, who's going to be talking passionately about what that means to the lovely club here at Clarendon.
So what an exciting show we have tonight. Let's go check it out. TJ caught up with the local president down here, Kevin Hamilton, to talk about the Clarendon Bowling Club and what makes it such a passionate club down here in the hills. We also spoke with Don Crosby, the former president of Bowls SA, and also a bit of history about the Clarendon Bowls Club.
We're joined with Kevin Hamilton, the president of the Clarendon Bowling Club, in this beautiful surrounding. Kevin, mate, you must be so proud to have a bowling club right on the edge of the Onkaparinga River.
Yeah, look, welcome to the Clarendon Bowling Club, and probably the best thing that we've got to offer as a small country club, I think, is the surrounds. The fact that we're able to join in with the netball club, with the tennis club, the fact that you've got all these picnic areas down here along the beautiful Onkaparinga Gorge.
As Kevin said, the setting here is just so idyllic. In the gully alongside the Onkaparinga, it's quiet. The most noise we get comes from the bowling green, basically. But we quite often have weddings down here, birthday parties up in the pavilion, and we've even had the bride come up and have photos taken on the bowling green with the groom bowling the bride over on the bowling green, which was quite a humorous day.
We run Wednesday tournament all year round. We run a Saturday tournament every Saturday during the winter, apart from the normal pennant stuff. So what makes us a little bit different to most of our cousins down the city is that every Wednesday we have a small social tournament. All you got to do is ring the club and make a booking, and we're happy to fit people in. Similarly, on Saturdays during winter, just wander on down and have a game. It's beaut.
If I don't have my own bowls?
We've got a series of bowls here. You can come down and we'll supply them.
Well, the club was formed on the 4th of December 1932, and we've actually got a copy of the minutes of that first meeting. It's a very historic club, I suppose, in the sense that it's been around for so long. And I think one of the great attributes of the club is the location and the social atmosphere. Whilst we're competitive on the green, we want to, obviously, like any bowler, you want to win, but it's a community club, it's a social club, and apples grow again if you don't happen to win that particular game. And I think that's the attitude which was established all those years ago, and we've continued that through to current time.
In days gone by, you had the footy club and the cricket club here as well. Well, they've since gone down to Kangarilla, but The bowling club has stayed as a vibrant part of the village of Clarendon since those early days.
We in fact have an annual tournament to celebrate the birthday of the club, and that's very well attended by a lot of the guys who are in their senior ages and can remember those years ago when the club was a very rudimentary sort of club.
Now, I've got 3 rat bag kids. Mate, can I bring them out on that green?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Bring them down, and as long as we keep them under supervision, we're more than happy.
Your role whilst president of Bowls SA is to go into the open gender. It was probably a dead man's hand that you had to play. You were going to lose no matter what you did. But, you know, with people like yourself and a lot of others around you to support you for such, I guess, a monumental and historic decision that's really opened up our game and let our game go to that next level.
It was something that I believed in, the open gender, and to me open gender is what Night Owls is all about.
Yep.
It's male and female all enjoying the game of bowls, and it wasn't well accepted. Hopefully we've got over that hurdle now, and we're seeing the better side of things, and I think the outcome of having open gender on the Saturday, particularly in the metropolitan area, and single gender on Wednesdays and Thursdays has been a boom for our clubs.
Family friendly,
Yeah.
perfect picnic environment.
Oh, lovely.
Clarendon's the place to go.
It is, it's lovely.
So TJ and Nicole, a couple of episodes ago, past episodes, we've been talking about the need for clubs to retain players, bring the junior players up, and work out a way that they can try and keep people in the club without them trying to go to other clubs. What do you think is the need or the thing that needs to be done?
Yeah, well, like TJ and I spoke about at Henley, Night Owls is such a great way to introduce people to bowls firstly, and then you can retain them through showing them that pennant bowls can be fun, and it's such a great community sport. You get down here on a Saturday and you can play competitively. Conversely, you can also just have fun at the Night Owls, and that can be one of your ways to retain your players.
Yeah, look guys, you're dead right, and you look behind us right now, and this is the essence of what the local community is about, getting out, having a bit of fun. It's a Friday night. What a great way to relax after a week at work. You know, we remember back to the last 2 episodes ago where I interviewed Kerry Treloar, the CEO of Bowls New Zealand, and he spoke passionately about that pay-to-play scheme, which in essence we could call Night Owls Bowls, where people will get to choose who they want to play with, where they want to play, when they want to play. This is it right behind us. So very similar between Australia and New Zealand about what keeps players engaged into a club, not necessarily transiting them across to a pennants team. So, you know, fantastic environment. And you have a look behind us, you know, the footage, we've got a lot of footage through this season of the Night Owls Bowlers, and it's all the same. It's people enjoying themselves, having a good time, having great company around them.
But you also see kids running around and having fun with their parents and interacting with other kids.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, the Bowls Exposed team at Country Carnival caught up with lots of players from around the state in South Australia, and they asked them this exact question: how do you retain your players?
What do you think clubs can do to not only attract the young bowlers but keep them involved?
To keep them involved, they just want fun at this stage.
Yeah, there's a lot of younger people taking it on. You know, we've got a girlie over our way, only around 14 years of age, and she's a good bowler already.
Night Owls is a good start to get young bowlers in. That's how I started.
Look, they've all got pretty good Night Owls programs going for the younger ones, and some of them have got school programs going now.
There's an enormous amount of ability out there, but they get to the stage where they get married, have children, and they take their eye off the game of bowls, and that's as they should. Life's more important than bowls, but as far as the game, there seems to be a leaning towards let's have fun at Night Owls and that sort of stuff, but not so much the serious stuff.
I think the young ones coming in can only be good for the game. My only concern is that perhaps they get to 40 and they've bowled for 20 years, and if they get sick of it, then what do they do?
There's a few young ones playing, and there's a few young ones at this club.
Although there's a great age spread in night owls, many of them are younger people, and it maybe takes 2 or 3 years, and many of them do get interested in the game and then progress to playing pennants. Here at our club, we encourage night owlers to join in just a few days a year, and that introduces them, and we've already this year we've seen probably 4 people progress from just being night owlers to add to that. They're now playing pennants.
Do you think lawn bowls is a thriving, or do you think it's a dying sport? What's your opinions on that?
In the country we are struggling, and we rely heavily on the ladies, both during the week and on weekends.
Some would say the sport is dying because of the reduced number of people participating, but then again, certain aspects of it are thriving, such as night owls.
I believe in the last few years the younger people have come into it and given it a boost. Coloured bowls, new attitude. Yeah, I don't mind the way it's heading.
I think it's thriving myself, and here at Somerton it's thriving and it's very competitive. If whoever's in charge of promoting the skills could show that this is a really skillful game, more young people would play.
I think it's good for kids to be active if they can, but if they enjoy bowls, well, that's good as well.
We've got to get into them while they're in cricket, perhaps get them into social bowls while they're playing cricket, and that then leads them into the bowling club after that.
The school kids come down and have a bit of a lesson in sport, so they're doing a fair bit of work to try and promote it to younger people.
Let's head up to Berri with the Bowls Exposed team, who caught up with Kerry Treloar about her mum, Audrey Hefford, and the event that's coming up in May.
Well, her bowling achievements have been many and over a long period of time. Her international career has been well documented, you know, with what she had won. When she first played for Barmah, I think she won 20-odd club singles at Barmah. She won the Australian Sportswoman of the Year award. She got the Riverland Citizen of the Year award. She's won the Berri Hotel Sportsperson of the Year award, I think 5 times. But she always said that the golden nugget, as far as winning, was one of her good things to win. I don't know why she thought that, but she always said, you know, it was such a great thing for her to have won.
The Audrey Hefford 2 Bowls Triples is a women's only event, and it's part of Bowls Riverland. It's run from the 5th to the 6th of May. It's an annual event, and it recognises the talents of Audrey Hefford, who has been admitted into the National and State Hall of Fame. The fun part of the Audrey Hefford is the theme. This year we have a scarecrow. Each of the clubs has to build a life-size scarecrow, and that will be as a competition. Those scarecrows will go down to the presentation dinner to be used as decorations, and people are asked to come along dressed as scarecrows. It's fantastic.
A lot of ladies go to Mildura for the Dot Jenkins ladies pairs, and Dot Jenkinson herself played for Victoria State, and a lot of us go, as I said, and the ladies who went thought what a great idea it would be if we could get something like that going up in the Riverland and involve every club in the Riverland, and we'd all benefit. Mum knew it was coming up, they'd involved her, and she took it on board like a duck to water, as she did with a lot of things, you know, all in. And she said yes, if they were going to do that, that she would donate the Perpetual Shield, which would stay in the clubhouse and have their names engraved on it. And because it's triples, she would donate 3 trophies that those winners could take home with them as a memento of winning the event as well.
It's an event aimed at giving women bowlers an opportunity to have some fun, and for the really serious bowlers, get $3,000.
Wow.
It's not a bad price, yes.
Unfortunately, Mum had passed away 2 months before it got underway, which was real sad. But at least she knew it was coming on, and she knew, you know, it's going to happen. She was always on me to start. It's time you start. And finally, at netball, I done my cruciate ligament in my knee. So that was the end for me with her and Dad, and Dennis was in playing at the time. I had sort of nowhere to go, but can't beat them, you had to join them.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into the game.
Did you play against her?
Yes, I have.
Did you beat her?
I did actually. That was later on though. But when I first started, I didn't beat her. No. But I did beat her in the end.
Was that a good feeling?
It was.
So we spoke last episode when we were down at Port Ely about the Australian Open. And look, $250,000 worth in prize money.
Yep.
Entries close in April.
In April, early April.
So go to the Bowls Australia webpage, jump on board. Remember, new events, greater prize money, guaranteed 3 days of bowl events across 15 to 17.
Yep.
Lovely greens on the Gold Coast with all of the theme parks, Nicole, that you visited.
Yeah, that's it. And your favourite, SeaWorld?
Absolutely, with the koala bear, with the polar bear and the bubby polar bear. They're all there for you. So jump on board, get up there, and we'll see you on the Gold Coast. We have corporate functions and private hire and social hire, so we do a lot of team building days, a lot of birthday parties, and people that just want to come and have a barbecue and just have a game of bowls for the first time. So it is actually quite popular in Alice Springs. It's growing every single day. We've got a great night league with the Jack Attack on Thursday nights. We've got 16 teams of 2 bowl triples, and I wish I had another green to fit more people in. It's definitely changing as the scene across Australia is changing as well. I've got 14 kids and growing every Saturday morning, so it's good to see the young ones coming along, but we've got Jackson Harding in our under-18 side here, so he's a leader of our juniors, so we're just trying to build those ranks for the Australian Junior Under-18 Championships. We've got 16 teams of 2 bowl triples, and I don't have another green to fit anyone else in. Ray is a past president of the club. He's also a long-serving rep of the Northern Territory. He's also a board of directors member of Bowls Australia now, but you can hear Ray's booming voice from 2 blocks away when he's on the green. Masters Games goes from October 8 through to 15, so we can allow for 64 men and 64 ladies, but with the addition of the golf club we potentially can have even more people. So if you'd like to come out and have a go at bowls and treat it as a holidays as well, that'd be great to see you out here.
Day today is in memory of Kevin Spencer, who was a life member of our club. Kevin was a great stalwart of the game of bowls, a great bowler. When he passed away, his son, when we were looking to replace our turf green and get a synthetic green, Kevin's son, Raymond, was instrumental in providing the funds for more than 90% of the cost of the green. And we've named the green in memory of Kevin and replaced the old Clarendon 500 with the Kevin Spencer 500.
I've been a member up here for about 45 years. Actually, Kevin Spencer, whose day it is today, was my very first skipper back in about 45 years ago, yeah.
Well, our turf green was very sad. We had a great centre, but the 2-metre boundary was basically dirt, and the club had funds to put towards it, but well, obviously we're short. And we were fortunate enough that he provided $120,000 to the cost of the green, which was absolutely significant.
Yes, we played footy on the oval out here back in the old days, in the early 60s and that. I can remember when we used to have to pump water out of the river for the greens here. And every winter we'd have to take the pumps away before the floods come down and put them back next summer for when to water the greens again out of the Onkaparinga River, yep.
We've got a significant number of clubs represented, Blackwood, Encounter Bay, Kensington, Marrittville, from as far away as Wallaroo. They always bring a team down for this event. Happy Valley, yeah, there's far and wide. I think there's about 18 clubs represented here on the day. I think the significance of our club, whilst we've got only 10 lady members, the catering for the day comes down to a core basis of about half a dozen ladies. One of those ladies, who's in her 80s, has been playing now for over 50 years. She's been a member of the club. She was a founding member of the ladies, and we couldn't put these events together without the help of the ladies. And a lot of the guys come back every time we have a tournament because they love the trifles that the ladies prepare for sweets. Clarendon is known for their trifles on men's days.
Well guys, we're closing in on another season that makes Bowls Exposed. We're closing off here at Clarendon, but look, coming up in the final episode of the season that is Bowls Exposed, we'll be at the Premier Grand Final. Now that location's yet to be determined because we're about to go into that final, so that'll be an interesting afternoon.
Yeah, it will be. The last episode we'll be catching up with the Scottish under-25 representative Kelly McDougall, who's playing out at Salisbury, so be a good interview.
And also don't forget to get your tickets for the Australian Open and also go onto the Bowls SA website for the awards night on the 6th of May.
Yeah, and I reckon we'll actually have a bit of a sneak preview, do a chat with Neil Dalrymple, the CEO of Bowls Australia. So from the lovely people down here at the Clarendon Bowling Club, nestled on the banks of the Onkaparinga River in the foothills of Adelaide, thank you very much for joining us for a great episode of Bowls Exposed, and we'll see you next week for the final episode of Bowls Exposed.